The Phillies had an awesome weekend, taking 2 out of 3 against the Mets, headlined by a win on Sunday Night Baseball, and now head to Houston for a big series against the Astros. For this video specifically, I'm going to give you the best MLB player prop picks for the Phillies versus Astros tonight. Now, normally, I like to dive into the home run market, but it's not a great day for home runs in this matchup, which we're going to get into. So pivoting a little bit, giving you guys my best player prop picks for this game. Real quick, before we get into it, to do a recap, last time you saw me was on Friday, which ended up being a pretty good day overall. I had 3 home run picks in that game on Friday. We got one of those 3 to cash. Thank you to the odds, which means profit. Nick Castellanos came through with the home run for us. That was great. The 2 that missed were Bryson Stott and Brandon Marsh. But again, the beauty of taking home runs is sometimes you just need one to make money, which is exactly what happened on Friday. As for tonight, again, pretty big series against the Astros, not as big as the Mets, but still pretty big overall. And we have 2 good starting pitching matchup for tonight. Ranger Suarez is on the mound for the Phillies. Framber Valdez is on the mound for the Astros. If you're like me, you still have nightmares of Framber Valdez in the World Series. What this means is that it's 2 very good pitchers. Also, 2 pitchers that are contact ground ball type of pitchers. So not really anything we're expecting in a ton of home runs in this one. So something to keep in mind. But looking at the Phillies, hit a season low with back-to-back, getting swept back-to-back series by the Brewers and the Pirates. Since then, they've won 4 straight series, and of course, headlined by the win in their 3-game series against the Mets when they took 2 out of 3. So, with all that stuff in mind, let's get into today's picks. So our first one, and make sure to go to BetMGM, use promo code CROSSING to get started. Our first play is going to be Ranger Suarez over 4.5 strikeouts, minus 140 odds at BetMGM Sportsbooks. Now, I minus 140 is about the lowest that I'll recommend going, about the lowest that I will go myself. But this line at 4.5, it really is simply just too low for Ranger Suarez and his strikeout prop. Now, he came back from injury on May 4th. May the 4th be with Ranger Suarez. In that stretch, so since he came back, he's made 9 starts. He struck out 5 or more batters in 8 of those 9 starts, only missing 1 game where he only had 2 strikeouts, just a tough strikeout game for him. But 8 of 9 over 4.5 is very, very good. And he actually got 6 or more strikeouts in 6 of those 9 games. Now, we're only asking him to go over 4.5. He's gotten 1 above that in 6 of his 9 starts. So twice ended with exactly 5. In these 9 starts, he's got a strikeout rate of 22.7%. Yeah, that's not going to put him in the Hall of Fame. That's not going to confuse him with Paul Skeens, Chris Sale, these high strikeout pitchers. 22.7% is a completely respectable, slightly above average number, depending on what you're looking at. And to give you guys some context, when we first started doing these articles for this Phillies game, we were on Ranger Suarez over 4.5 strikeouts against the Blue Jays. That was a tough matchup because the Blue Jays, since May 1st, have the lowest strikeout rate against left-handed pitching in the entire MLB. Ranger Suarez ended that game with 6 strikeouts. So if he can strike out 6 Blue Jays, he can definitely strike out 5 Astros. In that same stretch of games, so we're looking at since May 1st, the Astros, still slightly below average in terms of a team strikeout rate, 21.8% in this time frame. That's 20th in the MLB. This is more so backing a line that is just too low as opposed to fading a heavy strikeout team. Whenever you're looking at a strikeout prop, there are 2 ways to go about it. And they're all obviously connected, but what's the line and what's the team? And the Astros in Ranger Suarez, he should not be 4.5 really against any team. I get that minus 140 is gross, but the conversion rate, again, if he can strike out 6 Blue Jays, he can definitely strike out 5 Astros. That's play number 1. Next up, our favorite batter prop of the day is actually somebody on the Astros, but it's Cam Smith, 2+ total bases, plus 155 odds at BetMGM Sportsbook. Again, go to BetMGM, use promo code CROSSING to get started. So yeah, we are expecting Suarez to pitch a good game for sure, but we are also expecting Cam Smith to have success against him. Now, Smith, young batter for the Astros, he's like 22 years old. He's been raking recently and really looks good if you dig into his advanced numbers. Now, since June 8th is kind of when this hot streak started. He's played 14 games. In those 14 games, 27 hard hits in that stretch, which is impressive. That's basically 2 a game. Hard hit rate of 58.7%, also a pretty impressive number. You look at him and you look at the Astros roster, last 7 days, last 14 days, he by multiple hits, leads the team in total hard hits, again, over the last week, over the last 2 weeks. He also annihilates left-handed pitching. It's like night and day, the difference of an amazing batter and basically me at the plate when he's facing right-handed pitching versus left-handed pitching. His barrel rate, slugging, OPS, ISO rate, WRC plus are all significantly higher against left-handed pitching. Now, I can give you the numbers to kind of give you some context to that. His barrel rate against right-handed pitching on the entire season, 3.8%. Against lefties, 27.3%. That's like Shohei Ohtani against lefties versus a starting pitcher at the plate. That's not Shohei Ohtani against righties. Slugging, 348 against righties, 686 against lefties. OPS, 676 against righties, 1.067 against lefties. ISO rate, 082 against righties, 429 against lefties. And then WRC plus 95 against righties, 195 against lefties. It truly is remarkable the dramatic difference in his splits against right-handed pitching and left-handed pitching. And you want to know the best news about both of these plays put together? Cam Smith, 30% strikeout rate against left-handed pitching. That is very, very, very high. So when he's facing a lefty, he's swinging for the fences. So he's either striking out or he's hitting the crap out of the baseball. So what I see happening in this one, he's going to have 3 at-bats against Ranger Suarez. He's going to go 1 for 3 against Suarez with 1 double and 2 strikeouts. That would be the best of both worlds. Either way, if I was to peg one batter, the most likely to have success against Ranger Suarez, it would be Cam Smith. Let's hope that ends up being the case in a good game for Ranger. And that's all we got. So I appreciate everybody for watching. Ranger Suarez over 4.5 strikeouts. Cam Smith, 2+ total bases. Go to BetMGM, use promo code CROSSING to get started. Again, I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure to bet responsibly and have a good one. Must be 21 or older in participating states. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See terms and conditions in the description of the video.